The night began like countless others before it. Dinner at our favorite restaurant, the faint melody of soft music drifting through the air, the gentle clinking of cutlery blending with quiet conversations around us. But I sensed a change in her from the moment we sat down. Caroline reclined in her chair, a smug smile curling across her lips, a smile that oozed arrogance and mockery all at once. "Closed legs for you," she said smoothly, her tone coated in condescension. The words were a weapon, designed to sting, to humiliate, to make me flinch in public. The waiter froze mid-step, and a few people nearby glanced our way, sensing the tension thickening in the air. I didn't react. I didn't raise my voice or let anger take over. I simply sat there, calm and composed, letting her confidence build unchecked. Because arrogance often destroys itself. She had spent years mastering that mask, using teasing and manipulation to keep control. She expected me to crumble, to plead, to prove her power was working. Instead, I leaned back slightly, fingers resting lightly on the table, and let silence stretch between us. Each passing second grew heavier, each heartbeat louder. Her smirk flickered, barely, but it did. I saw the shift in her eyes. She still thought she had me trapped, certain her words had landed. She couldn't have been more wrong. When I finally spoke, my tone was low, measured, and calm, the kind of calm that makes arrogance dissolve. "That's fine," I said. 2 words. Simple, controlled, deliberate. No shouting, no accusations, no pleading. Just acceptance, quiet and fearless. The effect was instant. Her grin faltered. Her body language stiffened. "Fine," I repeated, letting the word hang like a mirror reflecting her failure back at her. My composure cut through her carefully built illusion, like glass breaking in slow motion. She tried to recover, forcing a shaky laugh that rang hollow, too sharp, too fake. Her friends, who had been sneaking glances our way earlier, now sensed something shift. The energy between us had changed completely. Caroline's fingers began to drum nervously on the table, her earlier control slipping through her hands. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I simply let the silence grow, heavy, deliberate, undeniable. Her attempt to humiliate me had backfired. The more she tried to fill the space with her false confidence, the clearer her discomfort became. I could see her unraveling, the way her eyes darted around, searching for validation, for someone to reassure her that she still had control. But there was no one left to play along. Her power had vanished, and in that quiet collapse, I stayed still. Calm, collected, because I had realized something. She could mock me, try to provoke me, even attempt to belittle me, but she no longer had the ability to dictate my emotions. The realization hit her slowly, painfully. I watched it dawn on her as she sat there, shoulders slumping, fingers twitching, the spark of her arrogance fading. She looked smaller somehow, as if stripped of the armor she had built from pride and manipulation. She had wanted to dominate, to break me down, but what she found instead was unshakable calm, something she couldn't understand, something she couldn't fight. The joke had turned on her. The predator had quietly become the prey. Finally, I leaned forward, my tone still soft, almost conversational, yet sharp enough to cut to the last of her defenses. "You should know," I said evenly, "words like that don't matter when the person you're trying to provoke doesn't play by your rules." Her reaction was immediate. Her friends exchanged glances. Caroline's face drained of color as my words sank in. She had assumed she knew me, assumed I'd react, assumed she could manipulate me. But she had miscalculated everything. My silence had spoken louder than any argument ever could. Her laugh returned, brittle and shallow this time, cracking under the weight of her own embarrassment. The confident smirk she had worn like armor was gone, replaced by something unfamiliar to her, doubt. I could see her trying to process it, realizing too late that the game she thought she controlled had ended long before she even began playing. By the time dinner ended, she was quiet. No arrogance, no smirk, just a subdued stillness. She had finally understood what I had shown her without a single outburst. That calm could be far more powerful, far more destructive than fury. As I stood and walked out of the restaurant, I could feel her gaze on me, this time not with disdain, but with a hesitant flicker of respect. She had tried to humiliate me, to prove her dominance, but all she managed to do was confront her own reflection, her arrogance, her insecurity, her weakness, mirrored in the calm strength she never saw coming. That night, I didn't need revenge or rage. My silence was enough. It was the lesson she'd never forget, the one truth she would carry with her forever.